updated brow tutorial. Hey sunshines, how are you doing? I'm great. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. You are welcome. If you are watching me for the first time, my name is Kenny and I do both makeup tutorials and skincare. So you are welcome to my YouTube channel. So on today's tutorial, I'm going to be talking about my updated brow tutorial. Kindly subscribe or hit the bell button so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a video. Secondly, I would love to see your comment on the comment section, so I would really appreciate that. So let's get started, guys. Comb my brow. Sometimes I use this brow comb, you know how this brow comb is. Sometimes I love to use the normal brow comb, but one thing I notice is when I'm in a hurry, it takes a lot of time for me to just comb my brow. It takes a lot of time for me, but it does the job very well. It does the job very well. So I found like very easy, very quickly is using an old brush. Yeah, I is using an old brush that no one is using anymore. So I found this one very quickly, and especially when I'm in a hurry, it just helped me so fast. So I love using this. Like, it's so fast, it's so soft. How I trim my brow. Before I get started with my brow, I always ensure to remove the brows that are on my way. I use this to pick up some hairs out of the way. This helped me a lot. It just makes the job easier, it just makes the job easier. A lot of people say they use razor. Oh, I can't use razor. This helps me a lot. When I notice my brow is growing out of the natural line, I just go there and use this to pluck it out. So this is one of the amazing things that helps me. So I'm going to talk about concealer brush. I have two beautiful concealer brushes to use to conceal my brow. Number one is this brush. This brush is been a while. I picked it up from Black Opal shop. Yeah, I remember Black Opal, and this brush has been amazing. It's been a while. It's been 7 years ago, but it's still durable. I can't stop using this brush. The way the bristles are made. You see the bristles, the way they are made, just made. The bristles are just compact. They're just together. You won't see. That's one of. Secondly, another one I'm loving so far is this one from. This is for Murphy. I'm loving this one so far. So anytime I can't find this, anytime I go for this one, these two are just the best for me. Thirdly, the kind of brows I use. Brow pomade. What kind of brows do you use? I have always loved these. Precisely my brow pencil from Benefix. This is my all-time favorite. And this one comes with bristles. It comes with the bristles. It's easier to apply, especially if you're in a rush. It's easy. But another one I'm loving too is just a normal brow pencil. This is good to have as a second pair. It's really good. One of the things I love about this is when application quite easy on compared to this. This has a tiny little brush. Try to make them come out as an at once, but I love this one. The color matches with my brows, and that's one of the reasons why I love going with this. Except when I'm like doing a tutorial that I would love to go with this, but today I'm just gonna go with this brow because the next is my concealer I use. I use the Calvin Klein concealer. This is another amazing concealer. Well, if I had any reason not to use this concealer, it would be because I find it a little bit. I don't like thicker concealer when applying concealer just to clean out the brow. I found this one so it's very thick. I found this one very thick, but I keep on still using it because it has a lovely color. Blending, I blend with my beauty sponge or with these beautiful bristles. This brush is from Elf Cosmetics. I've had it for years, so it makes blending easy. Makes blending easy, especially if you like really want to dash out or something. It just makes blending quite easy. So guys, that's everything about what I'm using today. So let's get started. To me, like I said earlier, there's no guideline. There's no rules that govern, like how the tools that you use whatever that's you feel like to use. Is your brow, is your face, is then the brow, the comb, the tools, especially the brushes. I love using this brush to clean up my brow, like using concealer. This is amazing brush to clean up the brow. I got this from Black Opal years ago, and it's still intact, beautiful. I have never found any other brush like durable as this. I love this brush. Another brush I love as well is this one from from Morphe. Yeah, this one is from Morphe. I love it too. You see how it is. These are the only two brushes I use. Mostly this is only when I can find this particular one, and I go for this. Brush sometimes it just disappears, and so when that happens, I move with this. Yeah. What next I haven't spoken about? Okay, the concealer. So the concealer I normally use for my brow is a Criminal Crown. I love the finishing, but the only thing I don't like about this concealer for my brow is just because it's so heavy. I would love something lighter, but I love the color. I love how it blends beautifully, so that's why I can still continue using it. So guys, that's all the tools I have here. So let's get started. I'm just gonna comb my brow and get it done. And another rules, like I said, there are no rules. Okay, you can do whatever you want, but there are certain things you need to know before doing your brow. One thing is that your brow has to be very light, matches with your skin color. That doesn't mean if you want your brow so thick that you cannot do it. Well, don't use black pencil for your brow. It's not going to flatter you at all. Black pencil will not flatter you. Don't use black. Use a brown, that brown, chocolate probably, but no black. Shading lightly. You want your brow to look as natural as possible, so you don't need to shade a lot. So I will start. Don't want to color. Okay. I'm using just light strokes. I'm using light strokes. Then when you get to the tip, you can shade a little bit, but not here. Now you see why now you see I can see the whole view. I can see the rest of the face. That's why I find it better to start from here, but you can start at any place you want. You can start at any place you want. Like I said, there's no guideline, there's no way, there's no rules that governs. So I'm just gonna shade my brow a little bit, shade it and tip it down. Take your time. Shade each strands, just one after the other, until when you come to the front, you will have to reduce your hand. So I'm just gonna keep on shading the strands like one after the other. So I've gotten to a place, see how natural the brow is. I've gotten to a place where I don't want to shade like as much as I've shaded. I will still come back to it, but I'm just gonna start shading the fronts just, you know, lightly, you know. So okay, that's how the brow just live. So I'm not gonna shade anymore, so I'm gonna use my amazing days to clean up this brow. So always, like I said, always use a color that matches with your skin. When shading, don't use a color that doesn't match with your skin, because it's gonna be difficult for you to blend. It's going to take you time to blend. And don't use too much concealer. As a beginner, I would say use the concealer that you can be able to blend. So I'm gonna just take off more. You see what I'm doing? I'm taking off more because I don't need it much. So just you see what I love about this brush, how it is. So I'm just gonna take stuff from there. See, I just blend through. And go to eyes. Then I'm gonna drop the brush. I'm good with this one. I'm just gonna blend it, because that brush still has a quite an amount of concealer in it. So if I use it to blend it, it's gonna still make it more. So I'm using another brush that has no concealer at all. Yeah. Okay, you see, because I picked a little amount, it's going on well, it's blended well, and it still highlights beautiful. So you don't need a huge amount to highlight. So I'm just gonna use my blending brush. Like I said I love using this blending brush. This blending brush, it blends beautiful. When you're blending your concealer, don't just blend it this way. You are not blending, you are wiping. So especially when you use a light or a little concealer, you don't want to wipe it out, so you just gently blend. This time I'm going to reinforce a little bit. So I feel like I should add a little amount of concealer at this sorry, a little amount of brow at that side. Okay, just done. So that's how I do my brow. So I'm just gonna top up a little bit. I don't do up, I'm just gonna clean out the tip side, bottom side now, and I don't use much to go there. You can see still running much, but you don't have to worry because it's going to be blended. I'm just gonna drop this brush and go with this one to just blend it. And I will use my beauty blender. This is what I love, to blend the side, because if you're blending this side, you have to be very extremely careful. You don't want to mess up what you just did. No. So guys, that's how I make my brows. So I was to go and do the other one too, so that if you couldn't just pick anything out, then probably you will add this other side. So I'm just gonna use a blending brush and blend again. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna pick up my brow comb to comb that side. I have plucked the side. I have plucked the side, so I don't need to pluck that place, trim that place again. So I'm just gonna quickly do that side. Like I said, I love the stuff. Just going to go with the blending brush. You can see this, I did not use quite amount of concealer here, so I'm just gonna blend gently. So I'm just gonna quickly do the other side and blend properly. So I'm just gonna tip off if I still have a lot of concealer. I'm just going to use this to blend it out. I'm going to go with this blend out too. So I'm just gonna go back and comb this brow. See, it's well blended well. So that is the right way to do your brow. If you're a beginner, your brow is just to highlight a little bit and not just to use it cover up your entire brow, entire lashes, sorry. So so guys, so that's how I do my brows, and I hope you like it. This is a brow to shade your entire brow. No, you shade lightly, and I do not even use a huge amount of this. I was just using the tip here to just highlight it. So this is how I do. If you like it, if you're a beginner, this is the correct way of doing your brow. It shouldn't be shaded. Your brow shouldn't be shaded. It should be slightly shaded. It should be just shading the strands of each of the strands, and use a lighter concealer. Conceal. You don't need to conceal this upper place. The only thing I do is just to highlight the tip side, and it makes a huge difference. Beginner, you needed a correction. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and comment if you haven't commented, and follow me for more.